Hello, hello, hello. I'm Dr. Conte Terrell. Thank you so much for joining me again for the ABCs of Self Success. Most people know me as Dr. Conte, and I am so excited to come every week and talk to you about self success and how to be your best self and have self success. And so I've created the ABCs of self success, and we've gone over several of them. I'm a little bit later today joining than I normally am because there is an exhibit going through the United States. I think it's going to have about 20 stops. And so they're in Houston right now. From here, they're going to Atlanta, my hometown. So I'm hoping my nieces will get their little ones out to the exhibit. It is an exhibit that displays all of the, or many of the African American, Black, and Brown people who were killed due to injustice and racism and police brutality. And so it was really, really interesting. I took my great nephew. I do have to say it was quite sad. There were so many names, of course, that we know. Um, and then there were so many names that we did not know. I asked him when we finished, how did he feel? And he said he felt very sad. And I understand. I told him I feel sad as well. But that was worth it. It was a meaningful time. It was a precious memory that he and I got a chance to spend together. He's 10, and so very, very important that he understands some of the things that's going on right now in our country. All right. So again, back to what we normally are here for. If you pop on, please say hello to me and let's chat back and forth. This is definitely a collaborative talk here. I would love to hear from you. Again, for those who don't know who I am the founder and president of the nonprofit organization Fresh Spirit Wellness for Women and Families and Youth and Men. Started out for women, but of course, throughout the years, we're 23 years old. And so throughout the years, we've been helping women with children, youth, men now are coming out and saying they have realized that they've had some domestic violence or some abuse or toxic relationships that they too want to heal from, grow from, be delivered from, all those things. And so what we do is to offer counseling. This is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so in addition to this is my busiest month. I'm known as the domestic violence expert. And so many of you may have heard, read, or seen my story on magazines, on radio, and on television. Hello, Blair. How are you doing? I need you to get you some friends and y'all register and you walk. So we're having our virtual event this year because of COVID. Typically, we do a march and a legacy awards gospel concert. So an awards ceremony and a march or a walk to raise funds for our efforts to help those who've been affected by domestic violence. But because of COVID, we are doing a walk. But you register, and we just want everybody to go out and walk, run, bike, wherever you are with your family, with your friends, whoever you've been quarantining with, whoever you feel safe and comfortable with. Please register. I will put the registration in the link, but you also can go to www.freshspirit.org as you see going across the screen here. We really need your support. We need your support to help us continue to offer these services. The services are absolutely free. We're doing them from virtual, and even protective orders, court cases are all still done virtually right now. And we have had an influx and an increase, exponential growth since COVID, like 40%. Our support groups are almost double, more than double, because people are able to attend virtually. So in order for us to continue to give these services free, offering free, we have to have funds to run the organization. We have some amazing employees and volunteers on an amazing board. And people see me as the face, but I couldn't do it without all of them. And so please, please, please help us to continue to do the great work that we do. I also am the CEO of Dr. Conte Speaks. And so I do a lot of speaking engagements, training. I've trained police officers, I've trained churches, women's organizations, singles organizations, fraternities, sorority groups, uh, you name it, all types of organizations, companies, male, female, on different things, particularly how to be your best self, how to recognize toxic relationships, how to know your worth, train those to be able to be safe if a shooter or someone comes in that to come after one of the domestic violence victims. A lot of times they come to offices and they come to the workplace, or they come to the hair salon, or they come to the school while the child is being picked up. So there's training that can be done for safety in almost any area that you're in and business that you're in. So let's talk about the ABCs of self-success. So I do a lot with Queen Up, the Queen Up. I have my little one here in my lap, and he's being very busy. I'm gonna try to put him down. This is the newest member of our family, me and Amari's family. And so he's a little busy, but let me see if I can finish this before he gets into too much. So the ABCs of self-success is a part of my Conteology mindset, Queen Up mindset. So what does that mean, Queen Up mindset? And that just means to be able to elevate your mind to understand your value, your worth, that you are a queen, believing that you're a queen, behaving that you're like a queen, and then accepting queenly behaviors. And so the self-success, though, are for male, female, anybody who wants to be successful. And it starts with you. It starts with you. Everything starts with you. So, when you're on a plane, it said, put the mask on you, and then you can help somebody else. So sometimes we have to put the mask on us. And so how do you put the mask on you if you don't know you? So the very first self-success of the ABCs is self-awareness. And so you can go back on my live here. You can also go back on my YouTube and look at all of the other self-successes that you may have missed. So we want to make sure that you get them all. And self-awareness, how can you fix what you don't know is broken? So self-awareness is really big. Why you are the way you are. So many people are like, well, that's just who I am, and I can't help who I am. But no. Yes, you can. You can help who you are. And so we want to find out, who are you? What's your weaknesses? What are your strengths? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What makes you vulnerable? What have you not forgiven yourself for? Last week, that self-success, we were on F, and that's self-forgiveness. What have you not forgiven yourself for? Because it's hard to move forward when you're still feeling shameful and guilty and hurting and blaming yourself and haven't forgiven yourself for the mistakes that you've made. You're not going to get to the success that you want. So the other one is self-belief. That was the B, just doing a really quick recap. Believing in who you are, having self-efficacy and understanding and trusting your decisions and trusting your ability to make things happen in your life, knowing who you are, trusting and believing who you are, that you can actually get things done. And then self-control, controlling your mindset, controlling your thoughts. Thoughts fuel feelings, and then our feelings fuel our behaviors, and then our behaviors cause us to react in a certain type of way, whether it's good or bad. So you have to be able to control that, and you have to be able to master that. So not just controlling your thoughts, but again, your behaviors, your emotions, how you react, all of those things. Self-control is huge. Having boundaries, not overstepping other people's boundaries, having self-control. And then also we have D, self-determination. Self-determination, being determined to see things through, being determined to get through school, even though it's tough, being determined to, whatever, reach those goals, being determined to finish college, start your business, whatever those things are that you want to do. There's something about a determined mindset and a determined personality. And so a lot of times I ask, what are your strengths? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And people aren't able to tell me what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are. And so in order to be able to get things done, you got to know who you are, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, neuter, as I say, cut off. I love dogs. So cut off, and like you neuter a dog so they don't have that reproduction system. Same thing, you neuter those behaviors and those weaknesses that are working against you. One of my Conteology principles is everything in life either works for you or against you. And so you have to decide what are the things that are working against you. And so you want to neuter and cut those things off, as well as nurture those things that work for you. Nurture the things that work for you. So you want to build up the things that work for you, neuter and cut off the things that work against you. And you can only do that if you have strong self-determination. Then we talked about self-evaluation. Evaluating, where are you? Where are you? How far have you come? How far do you need to go? I talked about when you work for a job and after a few months, they give you an evaluation. And if you're not cutting the mustard, if you're not doing exactly what you said you could do when you put yourself on paper and your application, sometimes like we can look good on paper, but are you really accomplishing those things that you say you can accomplish? So that's what you have to do for yourself. It's good to sit back and evaluate. Have I reached the goals that I want to reach? Am I even halfway there? Did I even start? Have I procrastinated too much? Did I allow too many things to happen? Have I wasted too much money? Have I put the time in my spiritual life, or whatever it is? Evaluate. Self-evaluation is what we have to do. And then again, like I said, self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself and moving forward and continuing to learn from those mistakes. So today we're going to talk about G, which is self-gratification. Self-gratification. Self-gratification is good. We talk about, that's right, self-evaluation. Hi, Jan. Good to see you. So when we talk about self-gratification, a lot of times we talk about delayed gratification and deferred gratification. And that's okay as well. We need to be able to put our self-gratification in, in perspective. But a lot of times when we have been the type of people that put everybody before us. Usually when someone comes to me for coaching or counseling, even consulting, many times they are so far, as I say, to the left that they can't do, meaning doing everything for everybody else, that they don't even do anything for themselves. So I have to kind of pull them way to the right just to have them to be somewhat in the middle. And then that seems like they're selfish. And I said, no, it's not selfish. It's pro-self. Learning to be pro-self, not selfish, pro-self, putting yourself there. There's so many times that we put everybody else before us. Again, but sometimes you have to put that mask on you. Be pro-self, be about what you need, and having that self-gratification, the indulgence of or satisfaction of one's own desires. The indulgence or satisfaction of one's own desires is what self-gratification means. So what are your desires? That goes back to self-awareness. So many times we are not able to fulfill our own desires and our own self-gratification because we don't even know what it is. And we feel so guilty to do anything for ourselves we feel so guilty and feel selfish and like a bad person. So we're constantly denying our self gratification. And so by all means, I don't mean, self gratification, meaning jumping out there, overlooking your morals, overlooking your values, and just, not making wise decision and doing something on the spur of the moment because it gratifies you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about learning to balance where you are when you give to others and then how you also give to yourself. Learning to show yourself self love and self gratification, self indulgence sometimes, and allowing yourself to have the desires that you sometimes want. God did not expect for us to give and give and give and do and do and do, and then feel like you have nothing left for yourself at the end of the day. So that is not good self success. So I want to see how self gratification works in your life. What have you done recently to that's self gratifying? What have you done recently that you put your own desires first for a change? And so and again, not to hurt anybody else, not to take away from anybody else, but to allow yourself to have some desires that you've worked hard for, that you've wanted, that you've, a sacrifice for, to be able to see the things that you would like to see and to see the, as they say, the fruits of your labor. So that is our self success today, is G, self gratification. Really want you to start evaluating how much are you showing self gratification. Are you totally denying self gratification all the time? Is all the time self deferred? That's going to be a very hard way to enjoy life. You become depressed. You start comparing yourself to everybody else, and they have this and I have nothing, because you're not putting yourself in a place where you feel comfortable to enjoy life and enjoy some things that you desire. And it's okay. It really is. It's okay. So again, I'm Dr. Conte Terrell. I love coming every week, and I'm trying to come a little often because it's more often because this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I'm also giving tips on how, quick tips as I call it, for domestic violence this month. I'm going to do 31 tips for the 31 days. And as I've said before, they may not be every day, so I may do 2 or 3 a day and then maybe miss a day. I am extremely busy like so many other people, and this is my really busy month. So I don't understand how people can get on here every day, same time, all day, every day. I really try to make that happen, but it is very difficult. So many things come up and happen in the world of what I do. Good morning, good morning. I mean, good evening, good evening. See, I'm telling you good morning. I'm all over the place with so much going on. Good evening, Tanya. Good to see you. I'm also, for those who don't know, we have a publishing company, freshspiritpublishing.org. So if you want to publish a book, we would love to share your story. A portion of your publishing fee go to help those to continue to get free counseling at Fresh Spirit. And so congratulations, Tanya. Your book will be coming out very soon. You are at the last stages of publishing your book. It's a very good book for those. If you want to read it, look on our www.freshspiritpublishing.org, freshspiritpublishing.org, and you'll be able to purchase her book really soon there, as well as Amazon. So kudos, Tanya Grice, for the wonderful sacrifices that you've made and the growth that you've made, and sharing your story is a very impactful story. And so thanks for the bravery and the courage of being able to share your testimony. It's going to bless the lives of so many. Hi, hello, Oprah. Good to see you. Good to see you. So if you got a book, let us know. We'll be glad to get it published for you. And that's also a way to bless those that are needed and are in need for the services at Fresh Spirit. Okay, so another way is, this is again Fresh Spirit, our annual event is our walk this year, Fresh Spirit Family and Friends Fun Walk. I have a team. My team is your pace or mine, like your place or mine, but your pace or mine. So please, you can go on. I'm looking to have as many team members as I can. We have, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're so excited. Thank you. I'm so excited. Good for you. You should be. You should be very excited. So get your teams together or join my team. I need some people on my team. We are going to, on the 10th, salute those who have the largest members on their team. And I just want to give the person who's going to win and run for their money. I can't win, but I definitely want to have more, people on my team. So please register, start your own team, get on my team. Just do it. You don't even have to be on a team. You walk from anywhere, your neighborhood, around your block, a track in your neighborhood, anywhere. And so you, your husband, your spouse, your children, your friends, just register and walk. Then you upload a picture and a video of you walking. And so we're going to be showing that and talking about all the people that have joined us in our walk on the 10th. I will actually be in Vegas on the 10th, but I still will be coming live. And so it's going to be fun. Men, we have a contest for you. He walks in her shoes. And so if you can feel that you are bold enough, bad enough, and can walk in a female's shoes, please register. We're going to give away some surprises for those, especially the men who walks in her shoes. That's going to be fun. And also, it's about helping us to help others. I can't even tell you so many of the stories, and I think I will before the month is out. Start sharing with you some things that happen when people come to Fresh Spirit. Some of the lives that we literally have saved and relocated, gotten them out safely into hotels. Right now, their shelters are full, so we have to put them in hotels, and then even help them to get in rapid rehousing is what we're doing, so that they can start safely with their children, some of them. I mean, just so many different things that are happening. And so we as a people, African American women, Black and brown women, the fatality rate for us is 3 times higher than any other ethnicity or race. So please, and as I said in my live for the tips for domestic violence is a pattern of behavior, which one partner, tries or maintains power and control of the other. Um, and so that people think is, I don't have black eyes, I don't have a busted nose, so that's not me. But there may be a pattern of behavior where your partner has more, control over you. And he may get that control, if it's not physical, through verbally abusing you, through emotionally abusing you, through financially controlling all the funds, through sexually, making you do things that you don't feel comfortable in doing. So there's so many different other ways that you are affected by domestic violence. That power and control go a lot of times in ways that we wouldn't even think about, but it's more than just physical, definitely financial, emotional, verbal, psychological. So anyway, again, I'm Dr. Conte Terrell. ABCs of Self-Success every Sunday. Self-awareness is A, self-belief is B, self-control is C, self-determination is D, self-evaluation is E, self-forgiveness is F, and self-gratification is G. Join me next week. We're going to be talking about self-healing. Self-healing next week. Today was self-gratification. Go out and learn to indulge in things that you desire. It's okay. You can do that. Thank you, and bless you too, Blair. All right, you guys be blessed, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.